Welcome back to Keys FIFA 18 Story. My name is Ricky, and today Lincoln City are taking on Everton in the FA Cup. We are now in the quarterfinals, and we are currently here in the wonderful city of Lincoln. It is raining. Beautiful day for an FA Cup tie, if I do say so myself. There's our starting 11. I know there's been a lot of FA Cup stuff on the channel lately, and I've been sort of neglecting the League One stuff. But mostly, there hasn't been a lot of League One stuff. We played 3 League One games and 3 FA Cup games in the same amount of... Wow! That was the most beautiful goal that has ever happened in the history of Keith's FIFA 18 Story. That was beautiful. Watch what happens. So, basically what happened was Keith was, you know what? Honestly, he was in the right spot, managed to get behind the keeper with the ball somehow. I don't know how any of that happened, but it was beautiful. And it's good because we needed the goal. We needed the goal. We have to set the pace early because we did not make it very far last season. I think Keith was on a red card, so the game was simulated, which usually winds up with the team losing because on paper, Lincoln City isn't very good compared to Everton. But, you know, these games aren't played on paper. They're played on the pitch. Also, I don't know the computer, because, I mean, most of these players are controlled by the computer, you know? The only player that isn't is Keith. He's currently kind of running in circles there. Because that's what I can make him do if I want. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. Now, I think if I remember what I read online, I think that in real life, the FA Cup in the quarterfinals goes to extra time, no replays. If we're still tied, so we'll see what happens there. Of course, right now we're winning. Not anymore. B-Dost. Ghost. I don't really know Everton players. I don't know where Everton is. Besides in England somewhere. Alright, guys. We got to get another goal. But how about we save that goal and we just play some solid defense for the next couple minutes. And then we'll get a goal right at the end of the half. Or we'll just run up here, cut back slightly, kick it over, and it's in the back of the net! It's Hori! Keith to Hori, it's a beautiful connection. It's a beautiful connection. Oh. You see the way Lincoln City just responded to that? Oh. Past the Everton keeper for the second time. Although the first time was... You know, Keith was also past the Everton keeper. I don't know how that worked, I'm going to be honest with you. With the whole offside stuff, but... Anyway, this is exciting. In League One news, I do have an update. Lincoln City are currently tied for first place and sitting in that first spot because of goal differential, I think. I don't actually remember. With Barnsley, but crucially, they still have a game to play because they're still in the FA Cup and none of the other teams are. Back. Pass it across. Nope, that didn't work as well that time. That's kind of Keith's go-to thing, you know. Pass it across. So, I mean, you know, other than the fact that we are currently well on our way to winning League One, which, I mean, is there a better Cinderella story? A team coming from League Two, struggling at the early bit of the season because they just weren't quite used to the pace of the game. Also, because I put it on professional skill level, which I shouldn't have done. That was my bad. I remedied it quite quickly. You know, and winning League One. Oh. And quarterfinals of the FA Cup, which is exciting. You know, currently 2-1 up on Everton in the quarterfinals. Chance to go to the semifinals. The nice thing is there's after this is only 2 more FA Cup games, so we'll focus harder on Lincoln City in League One for the duration of this season. Whether we win here or lose here, which, if we win and we're in the FA Cup semifinals, that's great. If we lose, we made it to the FA Cup quarterfinals, and that's a League One team in the FA Cup quarterfinals. That just doesn't happen. The only time that happens, most of the time when that happens, is the luck of the draw. They play lower tier teams to get to this point, which is actually what happened to Lincoln and Preston, because in the 5th round or whatever, they played each other. That first goal is still mystifying to me. But it is what it is. So the manager gave one of his trademark, super not inspiring in the slightest speeches at halftime. Look, he's not a bad manager. They're winning well. They started off slow, but we kind of found our pace. But he's not the best at the inspiring speeches. He would not, he will not go down in history for that halftime inspiring speech. He's not, Denzel in Remember the Titans or whatever. Although actually that speech didn't really start off that way. Back of the net. Oh, over the top. Okay, that's fine. Anyway. The point being that his speech went something a little like this. All right, guys, you guys have played good. We're up 2-1. Don't let it get away from us. We got to still play a solid defense. We got a chance to be in the semifinals of the FA Cup, so let's go get them. He's not very inspiring, that's what I'm saying. There's no energy in his voice. It's just, good manager, just not fired up all the time. In the locker room and stuff. On the pitch, on the side, he's yelling up a storm. Constantly yelling up a storm. How is Keith at a 9.6 right now? I know that both goals, Keith had played a role in both goals, but 9.7. This feels wrong. I'm sure it'll rectify itself because, there's 20 minutes left to play. Well, 20 FIFA minutes left to play. Wow. Look at that. We've actually had slightly less possession. That is interesting. The possession shouldn't be so much who actually controls the ball, but where the ball is on the pitch, Because if they're controlling the ball, but we're pressuring them so much that it never actually gets to the other side of the pitch and only stays on the side of the pitch, that we're trying to score on, it doesn't give the full picture of the match, Like if we stayed right here for most of the game, even if we didn't score that much, and it was constantly, they were getting the ball back and then we would cut back and get the ball. Oh, that would have been glorious if I had gotten a second goal in the FA Cup. Or Keith, rather. But, it is what it is. We hold on for 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I can actually hear the manager yelling right now. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. If only he'd be that inspiring in the locker room at the half. But he's not, unfortunately. All right, Keith. You got this. Pull it back. Pass it across. Still have the possession. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Would you see how little energy Keith has right now? They've played so many games. Everything keeps getting rescheduled. And also I keep pressing the ZR button. It sounds like he might have been offsides, or maybe it was a foul. Offsides. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Musque's coming on for Hori. You know, at the end of the game. Keith's been getting subbed off a lot lately, and I think it's because he's really tired. Because, A, I've sprinted a decent amount, although in the past couple of games I've just actually actively avoided pressing it. Because there hasn't been a lot of... and the League One games that I've been playing offline, I haven't been using the... that was a clear foul. Nope, they're going to blow the whistle for the end of the game. That's okay, though, because Lincoln City are in the semifinals of the FA Cup. This has been Keith's FIFA 18 story. Thank you for watching, and come back soon for more FIFA 18.